Oh, hello, Ruthie.
Hi.
Yes. Sorry. We had some technical problems, so had some delays here. But we're here, and we're now live. So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Just Success. Having some technical difficulties. My camera is a bit weird, so medyo iba yung kulay ko. I look a bit strange. But what's important is we're here, and we've also got Ruthie. So, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Ruthie.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Well, Ruthie is here with us this
Yeah, it's
afternoon
nice to
to
be
parang middle
here
ba?
with you.
May lag, naglalag ba ako? Is there a lag? Or
Sorry. I might have problems with my internet.
take a second. There might be a little bit of a lag. Ay, ayan. Saan si Ruthie? Ruthie should baka nagpalit lang ng internet connection si Ruthie. But Ruthie's here today. Ruth, that's her. She just has Ruthie there, kahit na ako siyang Ruthie. Is here today to talk to us about how a nurse can earn dollars without leaving the country. So she's going to share with us her own story, how she was able to earn dollars without leaving the country. Just waiting for her to come back. If you guys have any questions for Ruth, please feel free to comment, say hi in the comments, and say hi first of all. And if you have any questions for her, then just say hi as well. Hello, Maria. Hello, good afternoon from Imos. Mikael from Laguna, Duran. Hello, Flavie from Bulacan. Hello, Paz. Ate Paz. Hello, Colleen. Hannah from Quezon. Hello, Maria. Hello, Charmaine, watching from Saudi Arabia at KSA. Hello, Luis. Hello, Langsa. Okay, we're good. Hello, Emmanuel Dudes. Hello, Mahar. Hello, Margie, Maricel, Lilette, Lorelai. Ayan, so okay na? Everything
Yes.
everything okay, Ruth?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. Well, good to hear everything's working fine now. Yeah. Meaning sabi ganda talaga ng mga nurse. Sabi ni Lilet.
Thank you.
We have a lot of people. Hello. There we go. And I'm here in Cebu. How about you, Ruth? Where are you right now?
I'm here at Ortigas, Pasig City.
Ortigas, but you weren't always. You weren't always in Ortigas. There were a few.
Yeah.
Let's just jump into your story, you know. Let's go into your story. But before we go into your story, pala, you have something to share with our audience, then, right?
Yes. I have there's a giveaway at the end of this part, like on how I started with virtual medical scribe.
Yep. So Ruthie's gonna share how she started as a virtual medical scribe. It's a PDF. We have a PDF ready for you. All you have to do is watch until the end and comment that you shared this. So share this and comment shared, and you're gonna get that PDF, which we'll send at around an hour after the end of this session. So stay and be sure to share this, especially those if you have friends who are nurses, and I think we all know nurses. There's so many nurses, people who've taken nursing or existing nurses. Share this with them, and then you can get that PDF guide as well. Which thank you, Ruthie, for preparing that for our audience.
My pleasure.
So let's dive right in. Let's jump into your story because we have the title of this Just Success is Can a Nurse Earn Dollars Without Leaving the country? And well, what's the short answer to this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So tapos na tayo. Sige. All right. Well, not just yes, but of course, Ruth is going to share how she did it, her own story, and how she was able to do it. All right. So Ruth, let's get started. Let's talk about before you went into freelancing, what you were doing, and let's start there. So tell us your story.
Okay, 2009, I graduated or 2007, I graduated in nursing, and then come 2009, I started working. in one of the major hospitals here in the Philippines. Because originally my plan was why I took up nursing was to go abroad, find a good job, a high paying job, and save and um, help my family here in the Philippines. So I was a nurse for about 6 years, and then of course I fell in love, I got married, and then I had a family. So when I had a kid, of course, as a nurse, you have to be on duty like either it's morning or the afternoon shift, or worse, the night shift. So if you have a daughter, of course, it's either she's asleep when you go to work, and she's asleep when you arrive from work, and then you can just get to spend time with her like on your off days. Uh,
So when you fell in love, when you got married, when you had a kid, you were still working in the hospital at the time, no?
yes, I was still working. So, like, I got married at 2012, but then, of course, my daughter came in 2014. So, I have to set my priorities. Like, I have to find a job that would uh, fit, like, that's good for a family, for those who have families. So, I shift to being a medical coder, wherein I entered into a BPO center. So it was a good schedule. Like it was Monday to Friday, weekends off, Philippine holidays. So
Mm.
with those two careers, I have a helper or a nanny to watch over my daughter.
So
So
you did that at the same time, tama ba? What was that?
no, I resigned in
Okay.
2015 from my nursing work in a hospital, and then 2016 to almost 2018, I was a medical coder.
Okay. Okay.
And then, of course, there are some situations that you can't handle. Of course, I had problems with taking care of like the nanny who's taking care of my daughter. So I had to, or me and my husband decided that maybe it's about time for me to resign and focus on to taking care of my daughter. So but like you've been working for since 2009 to 2018, like for 9 years, and then you're used to like earning 15 and 30. Like you have to do something that will make you productive. So I started doing like businesses on the side, and even entered financial consultancy just
Mm.
to earn money. So
Your
so
daughter's there.
like, yeah, my daughter is here. So and then I remember while I was working as a nurse, I used to have this dream of like working from home. Like I don't have to drive, to brace the traffic of Metro Manila to go to work or stuff
Pero
like that.
Pero di ba most people who take nursing, at least most of my friends that take no nursing, they always give the reason that the reason why they went to nursing is to go abroad.
Mhm.
Diba? Was that something you were planning to do?
Yeah, that was the plan. Like me and my mom, like she influences me to take up nursing, because after I graduated and have like some years of experience here in our country, I would be going abroad.
Mm.
So I took the NCLEX exam, but I failed. So so it made me stay longer here. So like what I was saying before, um, when I had the when I resigned from work in 2018, I was kind of recalling that even when I was in nursing, um, I had this in my mind that someday I would be working from home,
Mhm,
like not necessarily earning dollars, but like I would just be at home, like I have this luxury of or a control of my time. Like I don't have to report every day to somebody else, something like that. So um, I came across like the VA boot camp, like the, I resigned in January. Then I do some research. By April of 2018, I decided to or came across your website. And then after a few days, like uh, I told myself like I should give this a try. So I am very fortunate that of course my husband is working and we have the resources, something like that. So I told myself I have to take grab this opportunity until we have the resources to do so, and I am not forced to like work to find work.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I enrolled in April, but since I have to focus on my daughter because I really don't have a nanny up to this time. It's just me, my daughter, and my husband. So it really took me a while. Imagine from April, I finished the course, just the virtual assistant module you have, like August
Wow.
2018.
So almost 6 months.
Yeah, because
Yeah, 5 months, almost 6 months.
like I really took my time. Like if I
Oh,
really I just have a time to watch it and go over with it. So that's where I started like to VA bootcamp, April
and
20.
last year, your daughter, diba, she was 4 years old. Tama ba?
Yep, she was 4 years old.
So she was 4 years old. So
Mhm.
and you've been since you resigned in 2018 from the NR, right? All right,
Yeah,
I'm
from
looking at
my
the
BPO.
timeline. Yeah, from the BPO work. So so mga age 3 and 4, you were taking care of her na. Um, but so when you enrolled, diba, you said you enrolled in the boot camp. Were you doing mga side businesses as well, like yung mga
Yeah,
side hustles?
yeah.
Like what example?
Like
Aside from financial consultancy, what are some examples na things na ginawa
like
mo?
I resell. I do reselling of bags of like mga pasalubong from because I'm from originally from Bulacan.
Mm.
So we're known from like the chicharon, pastillas, and stuff like that. So um, even before I resign from work, I do that. I resell food, pasalubong from my friends here in Manila, and then also resell bags from people from my friend for my friends. I even have like a page, but now it's like inactive, like where I sell stuff. Like,
But it didn't take a lot of your time, so parang just sideline, it's take a
yeah,
couple
it's
of
just
hours.
like on the side lang. If like somebody wants to like, oh, can I order like a chicharon? And then okay, this is the day that I'll be going home from to Bulacan to visit my mom, and then I'll sasabay. I do it at the same time. So like it's
Oo.
hitting bird with like two stones or what bird. I don't know
Oo.
if I got it right,
And
but
two birds with one stone.
yes,
Oo.
two birds in one stone. Sorry.
Sige, sige. So, at the same time, and that's but yeah, like you're very fortunate that your husband was working, so hindi ka naman nagmamadali, diba, in taking the course. You were able to
Mm-hmm.
take your time, and then you enrolled in April, but you finished in August. Well, normally for those that aren't watching, people take it in 1 month. That's the recommended timeline. Pero yeah, Ruthie was also taking care of her daughter and then doing mga side business, selling bags. Who has? Well, I've done mga side business then actually. I've experienced when I was in the BPO, reselling mga cell phones, ganyan. Kayo, and in the comment, I'm sure marami makaka-relate na who also went into side businesses. Well, as Filipinos, di ba, that's one thing we do, mga side hustle, side hustle. So in August, you finished the boot camp, and then what happened next?
And then of course, like I've like I was hired or I got a job, like when you enroll in boot camp, and then there's a module like you were taught of on how to do profiles or accounts in several online platforms. So I have in Hubstaff, in online jobs, and in Upwork. Well, my Upwork account was like many years ago, even before I came across VA Bootcamp. So, but anyways, I got my first job, or I was hired to do like a niche researcher. Like there was a small German company or European company that does T-shirt designs. And so all you have to do is to look for popular T-shirts designs in the US, in the Amazon site, and then check on the graphics of how popular it is and the copyright if it has the same designs in the Europe counterpart. Then if there's none, then you can submit it to them. So that was uh, my first job, like as
Nice.
freelance.
And did you
Mhm.
get it on Upwork or online jobs?
I got it in online jobs, and I'm not. It's not in dollars. It's actually in euros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Mas malaki
like
pa yung euros.
yeah. So like even so for me that time was my mindset was I have to gain experience. So it's like since I know how to do research or stuff like that, then I can do it. So that was my uh mindset during that time.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, and then you got some euros, but was it short time gig lang?
Yeah, because it started in August. I think I lasted until November,
Okay.
because come by November, somebody from a medical device company noticed my profile that I have this medical or healthcare background, and she approached me in OLJ, in online jobs, to be her virtual assistant.
Nice. Nice. So medical equipment, like the what's that, CT scan, things like that.
Actually, she is a consultant. She for medical startup companies, and she does consultancy. It's a US based company, so she started it. So like I do all around like what a general VA is.
Hmm. Like the things we talked about, so boot camp, yung
Yeah,
email, calendar, all those
email,
things.
calendar, like research, transcription, data entry. It's all around.
So all the basic stuff. But why did she? Well, she reached out to you because of your medical background, but you had
Yes.
nursing. Would you say that your background's in nursing, did it help in you doing your tasks? Because you were doing general VA stuff, right? Emails, calendar, research, data entry, things like that. But did your background actually help?
I think it was an edge because since she's dealing with medical devices, so like if there are medical terminologies, I could relate to it. So
Mm-hmm.
if she asked me to do something, to research on something which is more likely in medical or healthcare inclined researches, then it would not be hard for me to produce the output that she wanted me to do. So I think
Yeah,
it was a good, it was an edge.
especially the spelling of mga medical terms.
Yes, exactly.
It's hard to spell them. Well, there's just looking at the comments here. Aspiring to be a medical virtual scribe too. So we'll get there. We'll get there in a bit. But we
Yes.
do have more questions related to this part. This part of your journey. Din.
Mhm.
Well, I know. Si Margie din. From hospital nurse to certified medical coder, and now full time stay at home mom. So congratulations, din Margie.
Yeah.
Um, There's a question here from Karen. I feel you, Miss Ruthie. That's why I really want to be a work-at-home mom. Like when you shared taking care of your daughter, then good thing you have experience in BPO. For experienced nurses who wants to be a freelancer but no experience yet, what job titles can we use in applying for in platforms like onlinejobs.ph?
I remember when I was starting, I just wrote like general VA like general virtual assistant, because even if we're a nurse, we're exposed, like especially if you're working in a big hospital, you're exposed in doing like the Microsoft Office.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trained like to multitask. So and since I've trained in VA bootcamp, which enhances more my skills, then I I decided to just use a general virtual assistant. And then come later on the latter part, like I believe I changed it to virtual assistant with medical and slash healthcare background, just to like differentiate me
Mm-hmm.
from other general virtual assistants.
And do you think that that helped when you added the medical specific, the healthcare medical specific na
Uh,
title?
yeah, yeah, because there are still times right now that I get some job offers or job or invites for interviews or stuff like that.
For medical specific
Yes,
jobs.
medical
Okay,
specific.
okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it can highlighting that experience is also helpful because there seem to be a number of jobs naman, or a number of companies that are looking for people with that kind of background. So good, that's really good. Well, just looking here, see Laura, also a nurse and taking care of my 7 months old baby, also reselling stuff. So similar background thing.
Mhm.
Um, si Mahar, done some side business on the side as well, loading, Avon, marami pang iba.
Um, with that, don't get me wrong. It's not bad on reselling items or like doing the networking stuff. Like, but it's really different. Like if you have this job as freelancer, because it's somehow more stable
Mhm.
than when you resell, because if somebody doesn't buy your products then you don't earn anything. So but
Yeah.
for this one, like whether you do something today then you don't do something tomorrow, you could still earn stuff
Mm-mm,
like that.
mm-mm. Yeah, and yeah, speaking of that, I've experienced like the utang, di ba? Mahilig tayo sa
Yeah.
utang in the Philippines, right? So you have to go after them pa. They owe you
Mm-hmm.
money. It's so stressful pa. They say,
Oo.
oh, next, kasi there's a problem, and then they explain.
Mhm.
So yeah, I have that experience as well. So you say let's go on to your. So you did that. You were a VA for yeah, the medical equipment consultant, and then was your virtual medical scribe next, or what happened?
um I so how I landed as virtual medical scribe. So January 2019, like um I was before that I was really looking for something that's really medical or healthcare related, because when I joined when I entered freelancing, I really noticed that the niche or the trend is like e-commerce, like WordPress, social media management. Those stuff are common, and like
Mm,
jobs are also common. Like every day
yeah.
you see new job posts for that. But for the medical and healthcare, it's really not that common. So uh, I so by January 2019, I got a message from Miss Bong. I don't know if she's watching, but if ever, hi. So she messaged me and she said that, "Diba you're a nurse?" And then yes, sabi ko, "Yes, I'm a nurse." Like then you got this she got this like a partnership with a US company that's looking
With
for nurses to be a medical scribe. So okay, so I said I could give it a try. So then she sent me the link of all the application form you have to fill up. I even made like a profile for the US
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
company that's been working with Miss Bong, and I believe it's a partnership, right, of the VA
Yeah. With the
company.
VA boot camp. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so then like she sent me the requirements and the forms. I filled it up like within 24 hours, and then she referred me to her counterpart from the US uh, group. So I don't know if I could say the name. Would you want me to say the name or no
But yeah, yeah,
of the
it's fine.
counterpart
It's fine.
of the bottleneck uh, services? So and then I had an initial interview with a counterpart of Miss Bong. Parang same sila ng ano.
Mm-hmm.
So I
CN.
passed. Yeah, si Miss Yang, which I passed the initial interview, and then I remember I met. Wait, anak.
She wants to join this.
Sorry. Um, so I okay. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Like and then I met the CEO of Bottleneck Services, Sir Jamie,
Mm-hmm.
and then for an initial interview, and then she already lined me up with doctors who wanted to try uh, hiring virtual medical scribe. So like that's what January. Also in January, I got my first interview, and after my first interview, it took me like 2 weeks to wait for an update. So I passed the initial interview for that certain doctor, but there's another confirmatory, like a final interview, which he gave me like several exercises to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
for everyone's knowledge, if you're a virtual medical scribe, you are actually with the doctor in the US, and you are going to be the one who will do their documentation, or what we call SOAP notes, the subjective, objective, assessment, and the plan. So you're basically the assistant. You're not just physically there, you're virtually there with the doctor. So so that they'll focus more on taking care or providing care for their patients. So that was one. And come by February, of course, I was rejected. I was not like, it's not that I failed the interview, it's just that he opted to hire somebody else.
Yeah.
So come February, like I joined the Hustle Challenge because I really want to expand my network of clients and to focus on medical healthcare freelancing aspect. I remember we had this like a
Yeah.
one-on-one coaching, and you advised me that I should give a certain deadline. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work out, I have to like shift to another niche or expertise, which is I am open to. So, but February, I was again I lined up for another doctor. So, uh, but same as my first one, I got rejected. So for my first two doctors, they are male. And then I was actually messaging Miss Bong, what am I gonna do? I'm really frustrated. I don't know what's wrong with me. Cause and then I to Miss Yang as well, to the point that Miss Yang is like, if virtual medical scribe is not working out for you, I can give you another job which is health related, but that's it, in insurance side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay,
Insurance
I said
verification.
yes. Yeah, but okay, I told her, sige po, if it doesn't work, whatever you have for me that's medically related or healthcare related, I would give it a try. So, but then she lined me up for my third doctor. And fortunately, like after 3 days after we she interviewed me, she gave like a confirmatory or a final interview or a task, and then she gave me 2 days to finish it. It's like really like doing a soap notes. And then after like 3 days, I got a message that she's hiring me as a virtual medical scribe. So her practice is podiatry. So we handle foot and ankle. So she's from Oklahoma City. So
And you're working night shift with her, or?
yeah, I'm working night shift with her. Like we usually start 7:30 a.m. Central Time, which is 8:30 p.m. Philippine time.
Yeah, because you have to be
Uh,
there with the patients.
yeah, I have, because she brings along me to her patients, but via the iPad or her cell phone.
Mhm.
So then that's Monday to Friday. I don't have work on weekends and at times when she goes to conferences and vacation. We don't I can go on a leave too on that
Nice.
part. But we
So,
follow the most we follow the US holidays.
which are very similar naman to Philippine holidays, like the
Mhm.
major ones, Christmas, New
Yeah,
Year,
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, well, like the first couple of times they applied for VMS, diba, you got rejected the first few times.
Yes.
But it's very frustrating, right?
Mhm.
That feeling, especially na parang you're already at the parang final interview na, diba? In both times. And but they ended up choosing somebody else.
Yes.
So yeah, it can get very frustrating. What made you still, diba? And you were at that time when we talked about it, you were considering shifting to going into editing, other things, diba?
Yes.
What made you still continue na sige, I'll try again this third time.
Number one is because of the support that I get from not only from my family also but mainly from this group, the VA Bootcamp family, especially special mention to Miss Bong because talaga every day like, good morning Miss Bong, ano na pong update or something like that. Hindi ko siya tinantanan. And in fairness to her, hindi niya ako hindi niya ako tinantanan din. Like, hi Miss Bong.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm about to give up, like, sabi niya, sige ako ang mag-lift sa'yo. Like, steady ka lang dyan. And then, like, one of the few friends that I've met and I've made in the VA bootcamp, like si Kiri,
Mm-mm.
like, isa din yan sa mga message ko. And then, of course, sila Miss Honey and Miss A because of the
Hustle
hustle
challenge.
challenge that I joined to last February. And yung mga Feb hustlers ko na group. So, like, cause yung family nandyan eh. But basically, they don't really get to understand what you do. Because
Mm-mm.
this is really a different field compared to what they're used to. Like, they have this hesitation na, legal ba yan? Hindi ka ba maluloko? Or something like that. So, I understand them. But as time goes by, like, when I share it to them, they get nawawala naman na yung hesitations. Lalo na ngayon, because my boss, friend ko na siya sa Facebook. Like, like, you see, this is my friend. Like, So, I think, yon the support. Number two is belief in yourself. And if you have this vision that you'll be able to get a job and you stand for something na na alam mong you have an edge, like if you're, because this is really a unique, hindi siya madalas in the job offers in the online So when you see that opportunity, you could you have to give it a try because at the end of the day, it's worth it. Sabi ko nga, nakailang interview na ako, okay lang eh. Baka sila pa yung magsawa sa akin na magbigay ng clients for interview. But I was still, even if you told me na maybe it's about time to shift, yeah, it's in my option. But I remember when I was talking to you, like I still have want to pursue this because this
Yeah.
is something na unique. And being a virtual medical scribe, it's something na hindi pa siya ganon ka-popular, but it's starting in the US because really documentation is one of the problems of the doctors
Oh, yeah.
abroad. So it's
Yeah.
better na parang mauna ka. Parang, oh, yeah. So, yan.
See. Well, that's great to hear. Na parang you're even friends now with your doctor, your boss na right now. And yeah, it's I think that it's important na we realize na it's worth it, right? That's one thing that drove you forward. Na despite the rejections, you still had that. You still believed in yourself. You still knew that the struggle is real. It's tough, but in the end, it really is worth. And you can see it diba, right now. Diba, all those struggles, diba, all the disappointment, the rejections. You have the fruits of that right now. Diba?
And I may add, timing is really one of the key to finding something na something like I don't consider this, alam to ni Miss Bong, I don't consider this as a job because even if it's graveyard shift, and like I'm a morning person, and I have to be a morning person because I have a daughter to take care of. Like my husband is out for work for the entire day, so I have to watch her. And then you see, I have to work at graveyard. My work starts at 8:30 in the evening. So sorry. So like I don't get tired. I don't get sleepy because like I mentioned in the start, like I dream of like working abroad, but since I failed the NCLEX exam and of course being away from your family is difficult. This is the closest. Parang I'm a nurse na din eh in their part, but I'm not just physically there. Like I'm just here, but I'm part of the team. So that's one thing. I remember kasi like before I came across VA bootcamp when I'm talking to my husband days before, like, you know what? I remember I applied for virtual medical scribe already, like 2017, but my internet connection didn't work out. So they have to cancel the interview. And then they told me that you have to just fix your internet problem and maybe we could when there's an opening. So
Mhm.
I remember in 2018 when I started with VA bootcamp, I tried to email them again and said that hey, my internet connection is okay, like maybe you could give me another try. So dead ma, hindi nila ako pinansin. So maybe hindi sila talaga for me. So then after a few rejections, I find this one and like what she says, like we're now inseparable, like ganun siya mag-describe sa amin. Sabi niya, it's not, parang, we're now inseparable. So, yun. So, it's like, looking back, it's so, like, worth it talaga. That I stick to this
Yeah,
one.
that you didn't give up.
Yep.
And one thing's a boot camp is that's kind of the culture that we're trying to create is a support because it can get very discouraging, especially if you're alone. If you're doing it on your own, tapos wala kang kasama, and you're like you said, your family, they're there but they don't understand. So that's kind of the culture we're trying to create.
Yes.
You have your classmates there to support you. You have the coaches who are there to support you, and I'm glad to see that it's also helped you get to where you are right now.
Yep.
So let's go over some questions here. Are you offering a course for VMS? Oh, we don't offer a course for VMS, but we do have the transcription. in Ruth's case, she already had the medical background, so it wasn't that hard to shift, no?
Yes.
And then the doctor also gave you like training specific to podiatry, right?
Actually, but yeah, she was very hands-on, even up to this time. But she's more relaxed. Like before, she told me that she still write notes even if I'm there because she's not used to. She's one of the pioneer doctors who've tried this virtual medical scribe,
Yeah.
and for the first month, yes, she was there literally saying what every single word that I have to put on the notes. But now we're going on to wait. I started April, no March. On 3 months, going to 2 months. Like I have this freedom to 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 put the words that I want to, as long as we have the same thoughts. And they'll train you, like especially accessing the website for where you can access the health records. They'll word per word, like they'll give you all the instructions.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, she's it's great when you have a client that's hands-on, and
Mm-hmm.
like in Ruth's case, and in a lot of other cases, naman, the client will really be there to guide you. Like they won't expect na you'll have all the knowledge already. But like so in Ruth's case, the doctor needed someone with a medical background. So
Yep.
ganyan lang. So yeah, we do well, training wise, yeah, we do have transcribing training, but not specific for
But
VMS.
the transcribing modules we had, it helped me a lot because I used to do that in my first general VA job, like for the medical device company. Then it's like somewhat what you do here in medical scribe, because you're transcribing what the patient is saying as the doctor and patient is speaking.
Okay.
So transcription would really be helpful. The only difference kasi, like in transcription yata iba, it's like you do it like not real time. So you
Yeah,
have
the
work
recordings.
to do. So for this virtual medical scribe, once your duty or once the doctor's clinic is over, you don't have to do work after that.
Nice.
So parang like it's you come and go. Parang you don't have to think, I still have this like task to do after this one. So it's just like if it's starts like at 7 and it's end at 5 p.m., then no more work after that.
That's very nice. It's a lot less stressful, diba?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When it's like that. Yeah. Seriously, there's a question here, Flavi Del Caso. I'm used to MS Word and Excel, but got a background which is more preferred for me to take a course in VA training. If Flavi, if you don't know, if you haven't taken our free course yet, check out our freevacourse.com. Yep, check out our freevacourse.com. We also have our paid course at vabootcamp.ph. So but yeah, check out our free course muna if you haven't taken that yet. Hindi naman siguro kasi distance din hiyang mutang sa'yo. Because Mahar mentioned earlier. Let me look at these questions here. Ang daming questions. Si decision malaking talaga yung pinakabongga dito. Ganun din kami ng asawa ko. I want to work at home, but I also want to be a nurse. Okay.
It's possible.
Like in
No,
Ruth's
it's
case.
doable. It's a reality. It's not a dream anymore.
It's a reality for you now.
Yeah.
Once we're done with the free course, you can if you want to enroll in the paid course, it's recommended. And as you can see, we have like a lot of tools and support and coaching. Then let me secure comments. Yeah, so Emmanuel is giving some advice. I'm just skipping yung iba kasi ang dami.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nga.
Yeah, I think this was answered. Oh yeah. This was answered earlier when you talked about bringing the doctor bringing the iPad with
Uh,
her. Uh-uh.
yeah, we use Zoom,
Mm-mm.
and to for everyday clinic we use Zoom. So it's really like a phone call, and like she introduces me when she goes into patient's room, like, this is Ruth, she's gonna help me with doing my notes, and she's from the Philippines. So like, and then her patients would go, wow, that's so amazing, and what time is it there, because it's really like 13 hours difference, like, so like it's really like a phone call.
So they're I know,
Zoom.
they're also amazed.
Mm-mm.
This question here. This is a good question. Pwede maging virtual medical po kahit no knowledge sa medical?
To be honest, it would be challenging. But if you're up to the challenge, then it's okay for you to try. But it really depends on what the client is looking. Because in my case, they're really looking for someone with at least 1 year experience in hospital.
Hmm.
So you get this familiarity of things, because you have to understand doctors in the US are so busy that although they trained you, but they don't have this luxury of time from training you to get familiarized with medical
Terminologies.
terminologies. But if you have this, like, I'm not closing doors, or I'm not saying it's not really for you, but if you have this desire of learning it on your, I mean, you have this initiative to have to go through like learning it on your own, and you're up to the challenge, then why not give it a try?
Yeah, it's possible, but it's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
more challenging.
Yes.
Um, Marge is asking, what's the required internet? Because you have to be on like the Zoom call. So what
Yes.
internet connection do you need?
Actually funny, because I really don't have an idea, because initially we just used Globe, and my husband was the one who got the Globe internet service provider, and when I was asking him what's the Mbps, he doesn't know. So, but now, like, maybe 10 Mbps up is okay. But now I have made an investment, since this is real time, and I don't have the luck. I can't go out middle of the night to look for like a good internet service
Yeah.
provider. I have this another backup ISP,
Mm-mm.
which is the converge thing, like 25 Mbps, which they like help me, because that's one of the like the challenge in, I think, in being a virtual medical scribe, is for you to have a good internet connection.
Yeah.
But luckily, like, there were times that where I'm really lagging, my internet has a problem. But I'm so lucky that my client is so nice that she understands it's really not my fault, that I don't have the control over it. But if you venture into this one and eventually you start earning, maybe it's best also you have to get another one, or maybe if you can afford like just a higher than 25 Mbps, and I think it's good not to have another backup. But of course, it's better to have backup than nothing
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Backup is very important, especially in you're online all the time in the kind
Yep.
of work you do. You have to have a
Mm.
constant connection. Well, you don't need to answer. How much po hourly pay? If you don't mind, you can skip naman.
Yeah. Uh, should I answer?
Well, you're
Rough.
earning in dollars.
Yeah, I'm earning dollars, and it's like bigyan ko na lang ng ilang zeros para lang may, like, it's like five it's 5 digits, but it's really higher than what you're earning if you're in the hospital, and it's higher even if when I was higher from the salary that I'm earning from the BPO.
Okay. Okay. Sige, sige.
Ang difference lang, it's like, because if you're in a corporate world, you don't have the you have the health benefits,
Mm-mm.
but in this case I don't have.
Pero
So
with a difference in what you're earning, you can afford naman.
yeah, yes, exactly. And then you're just here, like basically kahit naka-shorts ka, hindi naman so parang it's really
Same.
like you're just here. Basta
But
okay lang yung pantaas.
they'll see your top naman.
Yeah, they'll see the top. But the top, kailangan maganda. Yung meron baba, okay lang.
Okay. Even if I'm not a nurse or college grad, can I be a freelancer?
Mhm.
There are lots of jobs naman na na you can do. Hindi naman medical lahat. There are so many others. Lore, voice account, Marin voice. My baby is a BF baby. So clingy, especially at night. Baka may problema sa part ko. Dahil in the middle of the work, my son would need me.
Okay. It's not totally like, hindi naman siya yung like the call center na as in but since it's in a Zoom or Skype meeting, so kailangan ka makita ng doctor. In my case, kasi there are times talaga nag-appear yung daughter ko at the back and then my boss will say, oh, there's a monkey behind you. Like, she's kidding. So, like, there's a mute function in Zoom where you can mute kung hindi naman kayo nag-uusap and you have something to do. You can, it's really up to you and your client. Because I believe my client she was sharing this to me. Like, at first she was hesitant of hiring me because I have a daughter and like maybe our schedule wouldn't work out. But eventually, we get used to it and then we're fine. Like, my daughter sleeps. She knows now when I sit and say quiet and everything like that, and my headset is on. She knows that I'm already working. So it's just a matter of adjustment. And maybe young pa siya, pero you can give it a try too. You just have to be honest. If your client asks something about that, what will you do or stuff like that. So it's very like premature to say na you can't. Because there's like nga sabi ko, you can mute, you can unmute, you can stop the video, you can just like use something like that. So it really depends on you.
So, your one require you to be HIPAA compliant.
Yep. I remember before they lined me up to interviews, Miss Yang gave me the site, but it's free. Just have to do the HIPAA compliance training.
Yeah, I'm the one who gave them the
Yeah.
the link for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's free. But you can print the certificate. I think it's $5 for the certificate. How much was it? I forgot.
Hindi ko na alam, sir.
Or if you want the certificate, there's a fee. Pero to actually get past the test, it's free naman.
Yeah.
What headset do you use for you to hear the
Nako, gaya po ng internet service provider ko, I have a lot of backups then like para akong Girl Scout kasi ang hirap pag walang headset. I used before the Logitech yung may phone, may microphone. That's okay. But medyo may times na parang even if I'm not on mute, namumute ako or hindi niya ako narinig. So I had this. I just bought this in Lazada. Nag-promote. So parang any headset that has a microphone on it, that would be okay. Kung may budget kayo, syempre yung mga branded or something. Pero okay na to. Masira man. Okay lang bumili. Hindi masakit sa ano.
But it's not noise cancelling or anything. Ganyan.
It's a noise cancelling. I prefer noise cancelling also. So this is a noise cancelling one.
Yeah, better if noise cancelling versus when it comes to that, so that you can hear better.
Yes.
So yeah, we have a lot of questions. I'm skipping. So guys, I'm skipping a bunch of questions. Especially if they were answered na sa interview. You can go back. So yeah, because there are a lot of questions here, and we won't have time to make good money. Yes, as you heard, if you heard, Ruth shared she earns a good amount naman for all the specifics. how to start. If you go to, well, I'll flash this again. If you want to learn more about like freelancing in general, check out our free course Muna. If you don't know anything about it and you want to learn how, there are a couple of people who mentioned, check out our free course, freevacourse.com. Our paid course is also vabootcamp.ph, but check out the free course Muna. How much does it cost to be a medical coder? Did you have to? I don't did you have to spend anything.
Yeah, I have to spend. Like, I think in every career decision you make, you have to spend something. You have to invest. Para you have this motivation to work hard for it. So it's like I invested like mga 70 for the training on that. Pero hindi yun yung, pero like if you want that, take you could do. But like there are other courses like here that's less expensive, and you could land a job that's medically and healthcare inclined, like be a virtual medical scribe. So yeah.
Or it's not required naman, the one that you
No,
took.
it's not required to be a medical coder before you be a virtual medical scribe. Like we've mentioned before, it's either you have this nursing background or any other allied health professions. You can do medical scribe. But of course, if you don't have a medical background, if you are after with a challenge and you have this initiative to learn, then maybe you could give it a try as
Tim Almonte, medtech grad, medrep for more than 10 years, manager of HMO for more than 10 years too. Do you think I can be a medical transcriber?
Sir Tim. Yeah, medtech graduate po. It has a medical background, and you've been in a medical healthcare field for many years. I think konting skills lang po required, like in transcription and in your typing skills, kasi kailangan medyo din po mabilis. So I think you'll be okay. Kaya po yan.
Kaya yan. Sige. Let's see here. The course you took, was that the American medical scribe training?
Actually, I didn't have that because initially the plan was, I believe, was I would be sent to the training for the virtual medical scribe. But from day one, it's really the doctor. It's really how she wants her notes to be done. That's how she trained me. So it's really because she's into details po talaga. So maybe others would send you to a training course. Maybe yung iba, the training itself would be the hands-on na, I want you to put this. What she did was she gave me the templates of all the different diseases that she's handling on a day-to-day basis. So I have that as a file bank. So I'll just like copy it, paste it, edit it based on what the profile of the patient is, and that's what we do.
Okay. That makes it a lot easier now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. There are a couple of more questions that we're skipping, but we do have to end sometime then. By the way, guys, don't forget to share this with, you can share this even if it's the end. There's going to be a replay naman for those of you that missed something, missed some details. You can watch it from the beginning after this ends. And yeah, don't forget to share this. And if you do share it, you're going to receive the guide that Ruth has created, the how to become a virtual medical scribe. That's a PDF guide that will be sent to you. Just share this and comment that you have shared it as well. Now, as we close tonight, Ruthie, once again, thank you so much for taking this time. There are so many comments here. A lot of people are saying thank you. I just wasn't able to go over them, but yeah, a lot of people are saying thank you. And there are a lot of medical related people who are asking these questions. So having you on serves really as an inspiration to them. As we close, do you have any message or any piece of advice that you want to leave with?
I just have number one, of course, you have to keep believing in yourself. well, first and foremost, you have to have this faith. Okay, you have to, any hard work should be coupled with prayers. And in case of doubt, wag pipitawan po ang belief sa sarili. And that if you have this hinge na you'll do good on this, you'll eventually find something like this. You have to fight for it until once there's an opportunity. Because sabi nga nila, opportunity knocks once. Like, so you have to grab it. And you have to just stay focused. And of course, ask for the support and assistance of the people you know you who might be helpful for you. So, kapit lang.
Kapit lang. And I agree. A lot of it is really, you really have to believe in yourself. You can get the support. Like in the boot camp, we have support from your classmates and so on. But it has to start with yourself, din muna, before you.
One more thing, sir. It's not really about the skills, because the skills you can learn it. The VA bootcamp can assist you, can improve your skills. But what is more important is your attitude on the things you do. Because if you don't have faith and believe in what you do, then might as well it'll be hard for you to be like successful in even in this small win. So like it's the attitude po talaga plus the skills.
I agree. Attitude's more important actually than skills. So yeah, thank you so much. I totally agree with that advice. It's the attitude and that belief in yourself that will really make you succeed. Because skills can be learned, man. You can enroll in like the boot camp, you can learn the skills, but the attitude, it's harder to learn that really comes from within. All right. So once again, thank you guys. Thank you so much, everybody who's watching. Thank you, Ruthie. Before we end, pala some announcements. So we have just upcoming shows. Tatakpan pala yung ano. There. So there's on next Wednesday we have our next Just Success with Jasmine Duma. She's going to share how a chicken started her journey to freelancing. So it's very interesting. I haven't read the story yet here, pero I got interested sa title. How a chicken started her journey to freelancing. We have also in June 16, just pre-announcing, we have a meetup in Pampanga. So it's going to be in Excel Hub, Sunday, June 16 at 4 p.m. I won't be there, but I think Anna Soriano and a couple of the team members will be going there as well. Oh yeah, and if you aren't a member of our Facebook group, we have our Facebook group where you can, our free Facebook group, you can join it over at facebook.com/group/flipph. And yeah, if you want to, this is our Instagram account. We also have an Instagram account, vabootcamp.ph. And also, of course, our free course over at freevacourse.com, where I share here how we started at 25,000, now earn more than 80,000, and so on. And we have the paid course as well. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, guys, for staying on. Thank you so much, Ruthie. It's been great having you. And yeah, have a great rest of the evening to everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.